All right, here in, sorry, volume went low. Here in part three of the Average Player's Guide to Destroyering, we're going to talk about the Stealth Torp window. This is your ship's torpedo range minus your ship's detectability. Here are some examples. Shinonome has a 3 kilometer window, 8 kilometer torps, 5 kilometers concealment. You can see the other ones here. Some of these are builds, so like the Kleber normally has 6 kilometer torpedoes. But I use torpedoes Faris, so they go 7 on that ship with my build. Anyway, we've got a ship here with one of the worst stealth torpedo windows in the game, the Palomilio. The Palomilio has a torpedo range of 6 kilometers, and it has a concealment of 5.4 kilometers. So you're talking about 600 meters of stealth in which to torp at enemy ships. Now, we are going to get spotted, but I'm just going to use this as an illustration of how you can kind of tightrope along the edge in order to use your torpedoes to get the job done. This is a very unforgiving ship, although it does have that rolling smoke screen, which is really nice. It doesn't have any detectability tools. There is no aircraft carrier in this game. So we are really kind of on our own going out here in the Palomilio. Now, there is another destroyer on our team. I don't remember which one it is. And here I am just waiting for some ship to get close enough, like that ship right there, Peter Baggs. All right, he's starting to turn. So we're just going to get that one set of torpedoes off. And at this point, I was like, oh, maybe I can just rush him and do my smoke thing and do YOLO and get a kill. But you can see he's turning away. And so that's when I was like, yeah, I don't think I can do that here. And so even though I hit my smoke screen and everything, we're not going to be able to stealth torp the YOLO Emilio. And we're not going to do a rush on him because of that. All right, so looking over here, we see a smoke screen of an enemy destroyer. Even when you're stealth torping, you still got to be aware of enemy destroyers. So we're going to launch one set of torpedoes onto the indicator and a second set of torpedoes on the other side of the indicator in case he backs up. And let's just see how that went as we move behind this island here in the Palo Emilio. Well, it worked pretty good. Just one torpedo is all it takes on a lot of ships. And just one salvo, it's all it's going to take on a lot of bigger ships, like destroyer or battleships, I mean. Just 4 torpedo strikes from this ship does around 100,000 damage. So, all right, here's a Bismarck in here. You can see we're using the indicator to see his direction of travel, if he's closing, if he's not going in a straight line. We're also capturing out this base, because while you're stealth torping, you should still try to accomplish the objectives for your team. All right, here looks like he is turning in or something. He's turning in some way. Enemy destroyer over there, the Lightning. Well, we're not over there. I tried to point him out, but he dropped spot before I could do that. Frederick Gross, checking him out. He's really far away. So we're just hanging out in the Bravo cap. We've got a Bismarck over here. And we're really going to hang out around the Bravo cap. Hopefully, if I'm remembering correctly, for the rest of this match. So he's in torp range. We run into an island here. That's bad on my part. I was waiting for the reload, but it's a good thing I didn't not run into the island because I would have torped and totally missed. We do get spotted here just by a couple hundred meters. And I'm going to use that opportunity to send more torpedoes out. And then we're just going to run away and shoot on our way out the back door. Trying to set them on fire. We failed there. Obviously, I want to maintain my maneuverability, so I'm going to damage con that. And we're going to see what happens with the Bismarck. Nope, I think we missed everything. All right, we got to move one. And it did a big chunk of damage. So we're going to turn around. We've got this other launcher on the other side of the ship. And so again, maintaining our window here, we're not spotted, as you can see. And I'm going to cut back in here to try to be able to launch these. Are we going to get into detectability? We might. Honestly, I don't remember if we are spotted again by him or not. All right, so we are spotted, 5.2. Again, ships like the Bismarck, any German ship, any Italian ship has secondaries that you really have to worry about. Here we used the island to get a little bit of cover. We did set him on fire, and we are just going to clear the island here, and we're going to launch more torpedoes. Now, we put up our smoke screen. That's the only way you can extend your stealth window in a ship like this. But someone else is using sonar or radar. I mean, maybe he's using it. So we're spotted. So at this point, there's no way around that. So my primary goal is to take out that ship by any means necessary. So again, we're going to fix our rudder or propulsion here. And we do take him out. And we should have saved that second set of torpedoes. I guess I did not need to shoot them at him. All right, Peter Bagration is still hanging out over here. We've got more enemy ships in the area, and I have more torpedoes. So we're going to check the Tirpitz. He looks pretty far away, and I think we're going to check the Stalingrad here. Nope, I'm just going to go in for the Tirpitz here. So again, we're just trying to get in torp range. Now this is very close here, and I think we're going to just get into detectability. We are detected, and I cut it short there a little bit because I think he's going to turn in. He does turn in. And so we'll use the island here to create distance. And I don't know why we're still spotted. Maybe there's another ship behind the island over there that sees us. Anyway, we get another torpedo strike and our third kill. So here's the other ship. That is a Baltimore. He is spotting us the old-fashioned way with a detectability consumable. So again, we're going to wait and then torp around the island. A great strategy no matter what kind of destroyer you're in. Anyway, I think he's going to get evapped here. I don't think these torpedoes actually get to hit him, and he does get evapped. So he gets taken out, but I think those would have been close to being on target, and we had another reload to use. We probably would have died, but may have been able to take him out with the torpedoes. So again, that stealth torpedo window, it's your ship's concealment subtracted from your maximum torpedo range. On some ships, like this ship, it's measured in meters. In other ships, like in those other slides, you can see the Leone, 5.7 kilometers. You know, I'm sure the Gearing has a tremendously long stealth torp window. So ideally, you don't want to be seen while still being able to get those torpedoes off. Now, something else, and pardon me, I think I caught COVID or a cold or something today from my coworker who wouldn't stop talking. Something else you want to think about, you don't want to launch just at the end of your torpedo range. Here, I'm trying to get close enough to the de Grosse to launch, and we're just not going to do that because he's kind of going away a little bit. So we are spotted right there, but that's what I had to do to get into torpedo range. You always want to give a couple extra 100 meters, if not half a kilometer, if you can afford that, and here's why. Because if I'm shooting torpedoes at the maximum range at an enemy ship who's at the maximum range, he cannot deviate outwards at all from his current path. Otherwise, I'm not going to get a kill. See, I think he changed direction. He was backing up and he went forward. That's why all those torpedoes missed. All right. So that's not the same thing I'm talking about. But just saying, if you're in a battleship and you spot torpedoes coming at you, and you're at the max range right there, 8 kilometers, 11 kilometers, whatever it is, as soon as you turn out and increase the distance, those torpedoes aren't going to be good anymore. That's why I always try to give a little extra room at the end of the target. So if a ship's at if I have 8 kilometer torpedoes, I try to shoot at them at a target that's 7.5 kilometers away to give myself a little error room. As you can see here, we got 3 kills, 5 torpedo strikes. We did a ton of damage. That's what this ship is all about. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. I think we're going to do one more game in an epicenter match in our next video. We'll talk about stealth and some other stuff in a little different way, and then we'll move on to gunboating. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button. I'll see you next week for another guide. Thanks.